is where Sykes is really strong. Through sector 3, and then up towards Lukey Heights through the Hayshed.
The 2013 world champion in his second season with BMW, coming towards the line then in this Superpole session. It's a 1 minute 29.230, a new all-time lap record here in Phillip Island. This will be pole position number 50 for the master of Superpole, Tom Sykes. The focus is on Scott Redding. He's just a 1/10 of a second back from Tom Sykes' time through sector number 3. He's going to try and hook it up in sector 4 to see if he can get himself onto the front row of the grid. There's a 4/10 of a second margin behind Tom Sykes at the moment. Opportunity for Redding to slot in there, but he'll be gunning for glory and pole position. And it's Scott Redding by 4/100ths of a second. Our focus is on Jonathan Ray. 20 seconds until the checkered flag falls. See if he can get the drag race down to the line and get himself up onto the front row in the dying seconds of Superpole here in Jerez. He crosses the line to go second. Scott Redding, the man of the hour. He is our pole man here in Spain. Welcome to the first ever TISO Superpole session from the Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya. Making his way now through the final 2 turns. Bautista, 4 times a pole sitter in WorldSBK, currently sits in 10th in this session, comes to the line and goes top by almost half a second.
The Toprak moves himself up to the top of the order now as well, at 41.7.
Razgatlioglu P1 by a mere fraction ahead of Alvaro Bautista and Michael van der Mark. Ray comes over the line to take P1 at 141.619.
Another clear indication of just how competitive it's been in WorldSBK all the way through this season.
Provisional pole for girl off a 149 flat. We've got Laverty and Sykes, the 2 BMW men, in the final sector, also looking set to improve. Laverty is flying here today. Laverty goes provisional pole at 148.644. Sykes goes second provisionally. Jonathan Ray, it's over to you. He's a fraction behind after 3 completed sectors. The checkered flag has already fallen. He squeezes onto the front row of the grid. It's P3 for Jonathan Ray, and it's a BMW 1-2.
So good in the wet conditions, this bike, and for me, I've struggled this year in the qualifying, so now we find the answer. We just got to make the track wet and we're sorted.
And this Superpole session is going to be really interesting because people aren't going to know what to expect. Oh! Scott Redding down at what looks like it could be turn 5 there for Redding, and that's a fast place to come off. And Jonathan Ray down as well.
My, oh my, what on earth is happening? And rarely do you see the top 2 in a world championship going out in the first 5 minutes of a session.
Our top rack though on a really fast lap, up by half a second into the final sector. This is where the Yamaha works really well.
Toprak Razgatlioglu, the Turkish youngster, started this season in fine fashion. Could it be a first pole position of his career? A 136.151, that's astonishing pace. The fastest we've seen all weekend so far. Toprak goes pole.